Hello students, so welcome to the lecture number 8 of the chapter number 8, that is quadrilateral. So till now we have discussed three types of quadrilateral. The first one is parallelogram, then kite, and the third one is the rectangle. Okay, we have discussed what are the quadrilateral and what are the properties of such three quadrilateral. And in this class or in this lecture we will discuss about another type of quadrilateral which is known as square. Okay, so our today's topic is discussing about square and its various properties. Okay, so let's start with the figure of the square. You also know what is the figure of the square. It is just like this. Okay, let's say A, B, C and D. ABCD is a square. Then what are the properties of that square? Let's write it. Properties. Okay, so what is the first property? The first property is, in order to be a square, a figure must be a quadrilateral. This is the first properties. Okay, so it must be a quadrilateral. Okay, next property. The next property tells you that in case of square, okay, the length of all the sides are equal. The length of all the sides are equal. That means the length of AD is equal to length of AB is equal to length of BC is equal to length of DC. So the length of four sides are equal in case of square. So the length of all the sides are equal. Okay, so in this figure what we can write? We can write AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA. Got it? Third property. The third property is that the opposite sides must be parallel. Okay, the opposite sides must be parallel. Okay, so you can write the opposite sides must be parallel. It means AD is parallel to BC and AB is parallel to DC. AD parallel to BC and AB parallel to DC. Okay, so the opposite sides are parallel. Already we know the opposite sides are equal. Yes or no? If it is 6 centimeter, then definitely this is equal to this. So it is also 6 centimeter. So both the opposite sides are parallel as well as they are also equal. Here also if it is 6, it is also 6. It is also 6. So these sides are also parallel and they are equal. Okay. Fourth property. The fourth property tells you that since a square has 4 angles, then the value of each angle is 90 degree. Okay. In case of rectangle also, the value of each interior angle is 90 degree. So here also the value of each interior angle is 90 degree. Okay. So value of each interior angle is 90 degree. Understood? So the value of A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to D is equal to 90. Now tell me whether a square is a regular polygon or an irregular polygon. Tell me, what is the definition of regular polygon? In case of regular polygon, all the sides must be equal as well as all the interior angles must be equal. So in this case also, the 4 sides are equal and the 4 angles are also equal. So it is a regular polygon. But a rectangle is not a regular polygon. Why? Because though all the 4 angles are individually 90 degree, but they don't have all the 4 sides equal. They have the opposite sides equal. Understood? So coming to the fifth point or fifth properties. So in order to write the fifth property, we have to first draw the diagonals of this square. Since it is a quadrilateral, it means it has at most two diagonals. Okay, what are the diagonal? Diagonal AC and BD. Okay, so likely the rectangle it has, that means the square has also two diagonal of same length. Okay, it means the length of AC is equal to the length of BD. AC and BD are two diagonals and their length are also equal. So the length of two diagonals are what? They are equal. Okay, so what you can write? AC is equal to BD. AC is equal to BD. Understood? This is the fifth property. Next property, sixth number property. Since both the diagonal AC and BD meet each other at a common point, and that point is O. Clear? Now, at this point, both the diagonal bisect each other. Okay, that means the diagonal BD bisected by AC and the diagonal AC bisected by BD. So both the diagonal bisect each other. It means this total diagonal is intersected or is bisected by two equal halves. So this half is equal to this half. Similarly, this diagonal is also bisected by BD. Must be equal to this half. Clear? So we can write the two diagonals bisects each other. Okay, but what is what? Because since we know that these two diagonals are equal, let's say we take this as 8 centimeter, right? Then what is the value of this diagonal? It is also 8 centimeter because length of two diagonals are equal. Clear? Next, if we take half of this diagonal, then what do we get? We get 4. Half means either you can take BO or you can take DO. So this is 4, this is also 4. Similarly, AC is 8. If we take half of AC, then we will get what? That also 4 centimeter. So it is also 4, it is also 4. So it means literally, it means all the diagonals are bisected by each other and BO, each halves are equal. BO is equal to CO is equal to DO is equal to AO. Each halves are equal. So simply you can write AO is equal to BO is equal to CO is equal to DO. In case of rectangle, we have also discussed the same thing. In case of rectangle, the two diagonals are of same length and they also bisect each other. And here also what we have concluded? We have concluded that this distance is equal to this distance is equal to this distance is equal to this distance. Same case is applied here. Here also all the half of each diagonal are equal. Okay, this is the sixth number property. Coming to the seventh property, which is also very important property. Okay, so what is the seventh number property? The seventh number property is the angle between two diagonal is 90 degree. If it is a diagonal, it is another diagonal, then in between them an angle is formed. Yes or no? Yes. Similarly, in this between these two diagonal, another angle is formed here, another angle is formed here. Okay, another angle is also formed here. So here what we get? We get the angle between these two diagonal is 90 degree. This is 90. This is 90. This is 90. This is also 90. So what we can write? We can write that one diagonal is perpendicular to another diagonal. 90 degree means perpendicular. So simply we can write one diagonal is perpendicular to another diagonal. So write it. One diagonal is perpendicular to other diagonal. Or simply you can write two diagonals are perpendicular bisector of each other. Why they are known as bisector? Because they bisect each other. Why they are known as perpendicular? Because angle between them is 90 degree. So simply you can write diagonals are perpendicular bisector of each other. Okay. So these 7 are the foremost property of a square. In order to be a square, a quadrilateral must have to follow all these 7 properties. Okay. So now you can differentiate between a rectangle and a square. In case of rectangle, the opposite sides are only equal, but here all the sides are equal. Okay. In rectangle, though the two diagonal intersect each other, bisect each other, but they are not 90 degree, but here it is 90 degree. So this is the only difference between rectangle and a square. Now a question arises. Can a square be a rectangle? Can a square be a rectangle? We have to verify it. In order to verify this, we have to first find what? Whether a square follows all the properties of rectangle. If a square follows all the properties of a rectangle, then we can say yes, a square can be a rectangle. But if it doesn't follow, then it is not a rectangle. So let's verify whether a square is a rectangle or not. So now let us verify whether a square can be a rectangle. Okay, as I have told you, in order to be a rectangle, a square has to follow all the properties of a rectangle. Okay, so what is the first property of rectangle? The first property is that it must be a quadrilateral. Yes or no? Yes. So similarly, a square is also a quadrilateral. Yes or no? Yes. So it satisfies the first property of rectangle. The second property is that in case of rectangle, the opposite sides are equal, right? Here also you can see all the sides are equal. But if we take this as 6 cm, then what is the value of this? It is 6 cm. It means opposite sides are equal. Okay. Now it is also 6. It is also 6. Here also you can see AD is 6, BC is 6, AB is 6, DC is 6. So opposite sides are equal. So it satisfies the second condition. Third condition is the opposite side must be parallel in case of rectangle. Here also you can see the opposite sides are parallel. Okay. Fourth condition, this is the fourth condition of a rectangle is each angle of a rectangle is 90 degree. And here also in case of square, each angle is 90 degree. Okay. Fifth condition of rectangle is the two diagonals that are drawn. The two diagonals that are drawn are in equal length. Here also the length of the two diagonals are equal. So satisfy the fifth condition. Sixth condition is that the two diagonals bisect each other in case of rectangle. Okay, it means this is equal to this and this is equal to this. Or you can say this is equal to this is equal to this is equal to this. Okay. So here also we have the same result. In case of what? Square, the two diagonals bisect each other at the point of intersection. Okay. So here we find that a square satisfies all the conditions of a rectangle. That is why we can say yes, a square can be a rectangle. Right? So you can write yes, a square can be a rectangle. Understood? Next thing, can we say a rectangle be a square? Tell me, can we say a rectangle be a square? That is the second question. Can a rectangle be a square? In order to be square, a rectangle has to follow all the properties of a square. Okay. The first property of square is it should be a quadrilateral and rectangle is a quadrilateral. The second property is that in case of square, all the four sides are equal. But in case of rectangle, only the opposite sides are equal. Not all the four sides are equal. That's why a rectangle does not follow the property of square. So a rectangle can never be a square. But a square can be a rectangle. But rectangle can never be a square. No. A rectangle cannot be a square. Clear? Third question arises. Can a square be a parallelogram? Let's understand. Can a square be a parallelogram? Let's verify. Okay. So it's a square. In order to be a parallelogram, a square has to follow all the basic compulsory properties. Okay. So the first property of parallelogram, it should be a quadrilateral, and a square is also a quadrilateral. The second property of parallelogram is that the opposite sides are equal. Here you can see this side is equal to this side. We know if it is 6, it is 6. If it is 6, it is 6. So opposite sides are equal. Clear. Third property, the opposite side must be parallel in case of parallelogram. Here also in case of square, the opposite sides are also parallel. Hence we found that a square satisfies all the three basic compulsory properties of a parallelogram. Hence we can call a square to be a parallelogram. Okay. So you can write, yes, a square is always a parallelogram. Okay, done. Now you got understood. This is all about a square, and these are the three most important questions in examination. It may be asked whether we can write a square to be a parallelogram. You have to say yes, we can write. Whether we tell or whether we call a square to be a rectangle, yes, we can call. Whether we call a rectangle to be a square, no, we can't call. Okay, so you have to remember this.